So this is an interesting one. Today, my landlord actually gave me a watch to sell on his behalf. So why is this interesting? Because we're not going to make profit on this one. Sometimes in this business, you have to know what's good for the business and what's good for your personal life. When your landlord asks you to do something, you're going to want to do it. Maybe in the future it will come back to me. Maybe he'll help me on rent or whatever the case may be. So this is another Breitling. We did a review of this Breitling a few weeks ago. And what we did is we actually listed it for sale on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and Chrono24, the three main sources. We did not list it on any of the forums. We did list it on Reddit. It did horrible on Reddit. But the only real place I got traction is Facebook Marketplace. So here is a guy that is interested after probably about 6 weeks of having it listed. And he said he's going to come in a couple of days. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow up with him tomorrow, being Thursday. And we're going to meet up with him on Friday at lunchtime to sell him this watch. So basically, why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video to show you how to facilitate a transaction. Maybe you're nervous, maybe you're a little scared, you haven't done something on Facebook Marketplace. You know, it's nothing to be scared of. It's fine to meet up with people if you do it right. So we've spoken about in my other videos safety. So we're going to follow those tips. We're meeting him during the day. We're meeting him during regular business hours so that if he pays cash, we can meet him at the bank and verify that the bills are real. And we can meet him at the bank for safety reasons. Remember, guys, just because you do this every day, or maybe you don't do it at all, but let's say you do it every day, doesn't mean you can be laid back. You always need to be on guard. You don't know who you're dealing with. I've dealt with some very sketchy people in the past, buyers, and it's not fun. So it's always good to be in a well-lit location during normal business hours in a nice, safe space like a bank. Some banks actually have zones where you could do Facebook Marketplace transactions. The police station also has zones where you could do Facebook Marketplace transactions. I prefer the bank, especially if they're going to pay cash. So we'll follow up soon. A few days later, he's meeting me in about 30 minutes. Already confirmed up. I just wanted to add something before we go. When you're selling a watch, it doesn't matter who you're meeting. Don't wear another watch to the meeting because God forbid something happens and they're not who they say they are. Well, then instead of taking one watch, they're taking two. So never wear another watch to where you're going. Try to keep it, short, sweet, to the point. And yeah, let's go meet him and see what happens. So he didn't want to be filmed. It's obviously a few days later. I'm wearing a different shirt. But basically what happened was he came, he picked up the watch. It was his first watch, his first nice watch. So he was super happy about that. And we actually did a session on how a chronograph works. He had no idea. So sometimes you have to educate the buyer on the product. They're just buying something because they like it. He actually messaged me because he was like, hey, the second hand is not working. I instantly knew he didn't really know about watches because when you have a chronograph, only the sub dial is the second dial on the left. The big one in the middle is the chronograph dial. So that obviously only moves when you use the chronograph. So again, sometimes you have to educate the buyer on the product that they're purchasing. So that's just something to learn as well. But anyway, this video is not my usual video. I was supposed to have a big video coming out soon, and there's been a lot of delays with that. And I've kind of been feeling down about it, which is why I haven't been posting. But it will get done nonetheless. But anyway, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Until next time, peace.